Once the examiners have completed their pre-viva discussions, the convener will bring in the candidate and the oral examination begins. The examiners tend to start with a straightforward question to put the candidate at ease. That kicks off the discussion, which might be tightly or loosely structured, depending on the examiners and how you answer their questions. Some examiners prefer to follow the structure of your thesis, while others prefer to go with the flow of the discussion. That said, the following clip portrays 4 different types of questions, including the easy opening question. This should help you think about the types of questions and how you might respond. The convener brings the candidate in and explains how the exam will proceed, and then hands over to the examiners to begin questioning. They start with general opening questions.
So I'd like to just explain to you, Alistair, how the Viva is actually going to proceed. I'm the convener, so it's important that you know that I'm not an examiner, so I'm not going to be asking questions. But you can consider me as the chairperson of our discussion, and I can have a wholly objective view of the entire process. Your 2 examiners have both read your thesis in detail, and they've submitted reports on the basis of the reading itself. So now we've reached a point where we're going to have what we hope is a detailed scientific discussion, and I'd like to encourage you to make the most of that opportunity and really participate fully in the discussion. There are some specific issues that the examiners would like to raise, but I think it's better if we start with more general issues to kick off our discussion. So we'll deal with some general issues, and then we'll move on to the specifics and work our way through the thesis that way. Okay?
Good, yes,
Good.
Thanks.
Okay. Jim, would you like to kick off, please?
Well, thanks, Alistair. I enjoyed reading this. You've obviously had a good time putting all this stuff together. Just to get us going, can you give me a small paragraph summary in your own words of what the main message of your thesis is? What's the take-home message of your thesis?
Yeah. Really, we can learn a lot from a couple of beaches that happen to be up on the north coast in Orkney. We can learn a lot and apply that elsewhere as far as learning from past changes and seeing how that beach systems fit together to tease out the trends that have occurred over the last 7,000 or 8,000 years to the recent day, and look forward as far as what that means as far as climate change and other beach systems elsewhere. Certainly across the remainder of Scotland and possibly elsewhere as well. So from a very small sort of local set of investigations, we can learn a lot as far as sort of the wider context as far as possible climate change and some of the issues we're going to be facing increasingly in the future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What were the real highlights of your research? Which were the parts you enjoyed the most?
I really enjoyed the field work, and that was absolutely great. Love that part. And a sort of slightly more academic sort of sense, finding a buried forest was absolutely brilliant, and sort of striking gold with that was absolutely great. So to be able to capture that and incorporate it was really, really good. It's an extra little dot on a curve, which, although it's only one figure, it sort of means quite a lot. So that was, I'd say they're the two highlights.